everyone. I'm Taryn Deaton, principal with Red Strategies, and I'm here today with my colleague and friend, Tracy Shaw, who's also a principal. And we're here to talk about planned giving. And specifically today, we're going to talk about who are planned givers, who are some of who's currently planned giving, who are some of your best prospects, those sorts of things. So Trace, let's get started and just talk about what's the research showing us about who are the best planned givers, or who's currently giving.
Absolutely. So some of the best data that we found comes from DonorSearch, Wealth Engine screening tool. And they give two indicators that you should think about and follow, I would say, aggressively in your analytics. And that is, number one, your loyal donors. And I would say that's between those who've given at least 8 to 15 different gifts. So they are loyal to your organization in their giving habits. And secondly, and a little bit more nuanced, is the consistent and consecutive year-over-year giving from those people who come back, who give every year, whether they're giving the same or they're maybe upgrading their gift. The point is that they've been giving year in and year out to your organization. Those are two of the best markers for solid planned giving prospects. So it's really important to think about the fact that these donors, they have demonstrated to you through their behavior and giving that they are interested in what your organization does, and that you have captured them as a loyal giver. And the fact that they also really appreciate what you do in the world, the good that you're bringing, your programming, your mission, your vision. And when you think about it, this actually makes the conversation about planned giving a lot easier, because you know already, because of their behavior, they've indicated that they care about what you do. And the natural transition to a conversation about kind of what their thoughts on their own legacy or what they'd like to create as they look forward with their giving. What would you add? Is there anything else data-wise or anything else you think would?
Yeah, I would just say that a lot of times when we think about planned giving donors, we're thinking about folks who are, who are maybe a little older, who are retirement age and beyond. But the reality is that data is really showing us, and personal experience is showing, that the folks who are younger are interested in thinking about planned gifts. And so Data Axle did some research that found that 60% of planned giving, the best planned giving prospects are between like age 40 to 54. And actually folks who are younger too, those who are aged 18 to 29, are showing some interest in planned giving. So it's important to think about kind of maybe a broader age group when you think about planned giving prospects and things like that, in addition to what Tracy just mentioned of consecutive giving and loyal giving and that sort of thing. You don't need to necessarily, kind of pigeonhole people based on their age. So that's one thing to think about. So
really
it is. I mean, it's, my own experience in working with a planned giving program as a director of development. We had a lot of young people who were interested in planned giving, who gave through things like their life insurance policies or their retirement plans, because it's easy to fill out that beneficiary designation form. And just side note, we do have another video that talks about
watch that other video.
the most popular types of planned gifts. So I'd encourage you to watch that. So Tracy, what else should we think about, like in terms of who would make a planned giving prospect or donor?
Yeah, based on kind of what we've just said, where my mind goes is to really all donors can be planned givers. And I'm specifically using that language, the donors to your organization. So it's really important to kind of really be thoughtful about the filters that you're putting on this list of people you're cultivating or you're looking to cultivate. Kind of broaden those filters based on what we've just said, based on that data. And then just know in your heart that this domain of planned giving is not just for the uber wealthy or high net worth individuals. Those who are giving to your organization are potentially thinking about how they could leave a legacy or make a huge impact to your organization throughout their lifetime. So just think, if you're not an organization that has a strong major gifts program or has a lot of high net worth people in your donor file, that's okay. Planned giving is still a very worthwhile part of your overall fundraising strategy. And you should, if you're the fundraiser or perhaps the executive, or you're part of that leadership team that's thinking about how you're fundraising every year, it's really critical for you to add planned giving to those conversations and think about strategies that you could accomplish to to really engage your entire donor file in plan giving specifically. So actually, that's what I would say. All donors
Yeah.
to your organization could be potential
That's
candidates.
right. That's right. And I think what you just said is really important, that because of the fact that, that really all donors could be plan giving donors, and the fact that it's not necessarily your most high net worth individuals, that just emphasizes to me the importance of consistently communicating the message to donors about that plan giving is an option. Having those conversations with donors and really kind of keeping that line of communication open, that even with lower level donors, that this is something that they may want to think about, and a way for them to really leave an impactful legacy on an organization. So think about how you would communicate kind of on a consistent basis about your plan giving program with folks. Yep. So I hope this has been helpful to you all. Just thinking about who are plan giving donors or who are good prospects. We have a few other videos about plan giving on our YouTube channel. So we'd invite you to take a look at those, and certainly encourage you to subscribe. If plan giving is something you'd like to talk a little bit more about, or you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can find our contact information at threadstrategies.com. But again, we appreciate your time and attention to this, and encourage you really to embrace plan giving as a great opportunity for your organization. So thank you so much, and happy fundraising.